It's the Bengals and the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game with a trip to Super Bowl 57 on the line. Let's cut right to the highlights. For a majority of the first half, it was low scoring, but the Chiefs broke it open with Mahomes finding the future Hall of Famer Travis Kelce in the end zone on fourth down, and that would be a theme of the night is fourth down. Out of halftime, the Bengals responded with Joe Burrow placing a ball with pinpoint accuracy to T. Moss Higgins to knot us up at 13. What a grab right there. Next drive, the Chiefs looking to respond, and Mahomes fires a strike to MVS for the lead, 20-13. The Chiefs looking now to double their lead right here on this drive, but oh no, disaster! Mahomes loses the ball, and Sam Hubbard gets on top of it, giving the Bengals life. Now on fourth down, once again, Joe Burrow, with an absolute bomb, finds Jamar Chase for the huge conversion. Now on second and goal, 13 minutes to play, Samaje Perine takes it up the middle, and we have a tie ball game. 14 seconds left in a tie game would be the last time we see a scoring drive in this game, and the Chiefs are looking to get into field goal range, but Mahomes running outside here. He's going to get out of bounds, but oh no, a late hit, and there's laundry on the field. That's going to be an unnecessary roughness penalty, and that's going to put the Chiefs in field goal range. Harrison Butker, as automatic as one can be, sends Kansas City to Super Bowl 57. It will be their third Super Bowl appearance in 4 years, while the Bengals fail to return to their second straight big game. All right, let's do it. It's the most storied rivalry in the history of the World Series and one of the biggest in baseball. Let's cut right to the highlights. We go to the Bronx for Game 4 of the World Series. Yankees and Dodgers. The Dodgers lead 3-0 coming into the game, and immediately it starts off. Freddie Freeman hits a 2-run home run, his 6th straight in a World Series game going back to 2021 with the Braves. Freddie Freeman has been on fire this entire series. Bottom of the first, Gleyber Torres flies down to the right field line. Mookie Betts, the two-time MVP, makes the catch, but he's interfered with by a fan, and that fan, you can see right here on the replay, he's going to reach up and he's going to grab his wrist and the glove. The fans would eventually be ejected and the out would be recorded, but quite a crazy thing that happened here in the Bronx. Bottom of the third, 2-1 Dodgers. Anthony Volpe, the kid from New York, he grew up a Yankees fan, hits a grand slam to left center, 5-2 Yankees, and it's a lead the Yankees would never give up. Anthony Volpe, the whole series has been great defensively and offensively. We go to the top of the 5th. Will Smith, a solo home run, pokes it onto the short porch, makes it 5-3, but that's the closest the Dodgers would ever cut into the lead because Austin Wells hits a no-doubt home run off Landon Knack to make it 6-4, and the Yankees from there would continue to tack on runs. They take the game 11-4 and make the series 3-1, forcing a Game 5 back home tomorrow night. After a big win against number 8 Ohio State last week, the Hoosiers responded with a 73-65 loss on the road against Michigan State on Sunday. Indiana had 4 players in double figures, with Chloe Moore McNeil leading the way with 15 points. However, the Spartans forced 18 IU turnovers and kept Indiana at an arm's length away the rest of the contest. The outcomes of the timeouts and halftime seemed to be the page-turner for Michigan State, as Indiana failed to meet its mark coming off of the breaks.
Whether it's the timeouts, whether it's the half times, that, some of what you continue to say, going over the scouting report, going over the intangible things it's going to require, you hope that it sinks in. You hope that it becomes, it touches, their souls and their insides, that they want to come out and they want to perform better.
Indiana, now 17-10, will look to get back in the win column at home against number 19 Maryland on Thursday. Let's talk one of our greats of the game, Jacob deGrom. He hasn't been healthy since 2019. He hasn't thrown a full season. I think there's some adjustments he made where he can make a comeback. You're going to see here, Jacob deGrom is absolutely dominating the Boston Red Sox, and you're going to see on all 6 of his strikeouts, it's all breaking balls. Jacob deGrom is making an effort to throw more breaking balls to stay healthy. He's also going to dial back his fastball velocity. You see here, look at that slider right there. It's one of the best sliders you'll see. You'll see on this graph in a second. I mean, that slider is so gross. You'll see on the graph right here, Jacob deGrom's four-seam velocity, he has taken it down willingly in an effort to stay more healthy because high heat equals getting injured. You also see on this next graph here that Jacob deGrom is going to be throwing his breaking balls more. The uptick in changeups and sliders that you're going to see right here and the downtick in fastballs is his effort to stay healthy. He's made this consciously. There was a great article by Jeff Passan talking about it because he wants to be out there and win championships for the Rangers. I project Jacob deGrom to pitch 145 innings, which is more than his last 4 seasons combined. He's going to have a dominant 2.67 ERA. He's going to strike out more batters than innings pitched. He's also going to up his ground ball rate. 49% will be the highest of his career. I see that coming out around a 3.5 to 4 F4. The biggest story of the week has been the torpedo bats. These things are coming out. Some guy at MIT figured out if you put more wood where a guy hits the ball the most often, you're going to hit it farther. And honestly, it works. But again, like Adam said, I wouldn't buy stock into torpedo bats. You know, I think ultimately, will they help a few hitters out? Yeah, they will, but are they going to really change the game and make everyone Aaron Judge? No, Tim Anderson is not going to be Aaron Judge. I know the Mariners put in an order for them. Is that going to help them? Probably not. They just suck. So that's what I see with the torpedo bats. I agree with a lot what Ian said. I think there's actually a lot to like here if you look from a pretty straightforward standpoint. But the Indiana fan expectation is unreasonable. Joe from Kokomo wants Brad Stevens back, and Brad Stevens is not walking through the door. But I think when you look at DeVries, like, he's won everywhere he goes. With Drake, he was really great there. He had a good season with West Virginia. He's made the tournament 3 times. Should have made it 4 times with West Virginia. It's a good hire, but the fans are. It's so unreasonable what they want. They want you know, the second coming of Christ coming through the door. It's not going to happen. I'll throw one more team out there. I'll say New Mexico. I think they can make a run. But let's quickly switch from the hardwood to the diamond. IU had a tough loss yesterday, 13-11 to Northern Kentucky. Really an encapsulation of their season. In one sentence, can you tell me? I'll start with Will. What does IU need to change to pick it up?
Pitching. It's all about pitching. This team has struggled. We've seen some injuries. But when Henry Brummel can't even get an out, gets 3 runs on him before he's yanked, I mean, and then the bullpen just hasn't been as reliable. This team, it's all about that pitching because they have the bats, they have the offense to compete in the Big Ten, but it all comes down to the mound.
Kevin, I'll go to you quickly.
Yeah, it's been, again, just the pitching.
Yeah.
It's been situational pitching as well, right? Pitching with 2 strikes, not being able to get that 3rd strike, leading off the inning with a walk. It's just been those little things that kind of add up, and really, it's been unfortunate for Indiana.
I agree. That's all we have for today, but for Kevin Vera and Will Foley, I'm Henry Thuss. Have a great rest of your day.